All right, good afternoon. You already know what time it is. It's Big Rich Mob Story Season 2. Two rules. Wipe your feet on the rug. Smokers, if you're lighting up, throw some smoke in the air. Let's get right down to business. Lawyer for alleged mob boss killer wants feds wiretaps of wise guys discussing the slay. Authorities weren't the only ones interested in getting to the bottom of the mobster slaying last March outside his Staten Island home. So were other wise guys. 4 days after Francesco Cali's death, a group of Gambino organized crime family members arranged a clandestine meeting on Staten Island as they launched their own probe into the killing. Alleged documents filed last month in Brooklyn federal court in an unrelated racketeering, loan sharking, and fraud case. And now, the attorney for Anthony Comello, the Eltingville resident accused in state court of gunning down Cali, 53, a Gambino honcho known as Franky Boy, wants the wiretapes of those mob conversations. Lawyer Robert Gottlieb said at a conference Friday in State Supreme Court, St. George, he will file a motion seeking to obtain the details contained in those intercepted phone calls. Gottlieb said there was an indication that mobsters apparently had gone to Cali's home and were inside before police arrived. That raises questions, he said, of whether the house, crime scene, and the victim's car or other evidence was tampered with. According to a detention memo in the federal case, Andrew Campos, 50, who prosecutors identified as a captain in the Gambino family, and Vincent Fiore, 57, an alleged Gambino soldier, met on March 17 with multiple other high-level crime family members to discuss the then unclear circumstances surrounding Cali's death. The memo does not detail where exactly on Staten Island the group convened. Afterwards, Campos and Fiore of Scarsdale and Briarcliff Manor, respectively, in Westchester County, actively helped the Gambino family investigate the murder, the memo alleges. The day after the mob gathering on March 18th, Fiore discussed the meeting and his investigation with his ex-wife, prosecutors wrote in the memo. He told her he and Campos met with half a dozen people, said prosecutors. Fiore also told her he had seen surveillance video of Cali slaying and speculated on a possible motive relating to a woman who had been at the victim's Hilltop Terrace home the day he was killed, the memo says. Prosecutors do not specifically say who that woman could have been. At Friday's conference, Assistant District Attorney Wanda D'Aleria said Brooklyn federal prosecutors had provided her no details on the wiretaps. She also said she believed the mobsters' phone chats had no bearing on the state case. D'Oliveira said it would ultimately be the Fed's decision whether to turn over the wiretaps. Justice William E. Garnett instructed Gottlieb to submit his motion by January 17, and prosecutors must respond within 2 weeks. Garnett ordered the parties to return on February 7th. He said he plans to rule on the Gottlieb motion for the wiretap as well as a defense motion, including a mental exam of Comello. The exam is to determine whether Comello understands the charges against him and can aid in his defense. The defendant is facing murder and other charges and is poised to present an insanity defense at trial. In court papers, Gottlieb said Comello was delusional and didn't intend to kill Cali. Rather, the defendant drove to the victim's house to affect a citizen's arrest on the mob boss, maintains Comello's court filings. He believed Cali held a significant status in a worldwide criminal cabal bent on the destruction of American values and the American way of life. The alleged criminal conspiracy group is commonly referred to as the Deep State. According to the motion, Comello planned to handcuff Cali and deliver him to the military. The two men began arguing and Comello shot Cali in self-defense when the victim made a furtive action with his hand, alleged the defendant's court filings. Garnett said he hopes to start the trial in late March or early April. Gottlieb said that early May might be more realistic considering the circumstances. I'm saying that with fingers crossed, Your Honor, said Gottlieb. So yeah, the trial will start this year, maybe early spring. So we're going to be all over it. The article was written by Frank Donnelly. Okay, salute to you, sir, Frank Donnelly. And another good article. All right. Of course, I think somebody said it in the comments in regards to the story, the mob story of 2019, when Gangland said it was the John Camerano and the Zoncochio trial. I agree with the dude that left the comment. I think it's the slaying of Frank Cali. I think that was the mob headline of 2019. All right, so salute to everybody. Make sure you like the video. Like, comment. Let me know what you guys are smoking on. I'm still smoking on a little mixture of Alaskan Thunderfuck and Mendelo Purple. And yeah, life is good. We will talk soon. Salute.